My first job in the Gulf of Mexico was in 1972. Most pilots are they've got skills. They've got some knowledge. They've got a little experience when they get down here. Use what you've got and stay in your comfort zone, and you'll be good.
Earlier this year, I spent 4 days with Bristow Group, formerly known as Air Logistics, in the Gulf of Mexico, learning a little something about Gomers. As a side note, Bristow was formally changing the name from Air Logistics to Bristow Group during the week of my visit. While I was there, they had actually taken the sign off the building and began sanding the name off the helicopters. Helicopter operators support the offshore oil industry from several bases scattered along the Gulf coasts of Texas, Mississippi, and Louisiana. I had a chance to speak with Mr. Jim Palmer, a 30-year veteran of the offshore helicopter industry and hiring manager with Bristow Group. Jim had several pieces of advice and information for the would-be GOM job seeker.
In any career that you have, one thing that you need to be is committed and have passion about what you're doing. If you don't have the passion to fly, then it might be an indication that you've chosen the wrong career path. You have to have complete buy-in from those people that surround you in your everyday life. Your spouse, your children, other members of your family. Because if you do not, your life will not be fulfilled from a standpoint of work and family and life balance.
Traditionally, in the last decade leading up to 2008, the hiring requirements for most Gulf of Mexico operators would require a pilot to hold a commercial, instrument, and at least 1,000 hours PIC helicopter time. Thanks to changing oil prices, the collapse of Silver State helicopters, and an economy in recession, the hiring landscape seemed to change virtually overnight in late 2008. The cutbacks in other sectors of the industry, as well as the demise of Silver State helicopters, caused the low to mid-time pilot supply to swell. This fattening of the pilot pool allowed those Gulf of Mexico operators who were hiring to be a bit more picky in their selection process, which in turn led to an increase of the flight hour minimums to 1,500 hours.
The operators in the Gulf of Mexico are looking for professional, commercial, instrument-rated helicopter pilots. And that's what we would expect to see when they arrive for an interview, including the way that they dress. Other mistakes that applicants make is that they don't have their logbooks in order. Times are not totaled, They're told incorrectly. Some of them are not bound. Other mistakes include not having your flight physical signed. It's not valid unless you sign it. All of these things are red flags that pop up that indicate that to the degree of completeness that a pilot gives in attention to detail.
In very short order, I figured out that there is absolutely nothing typical about the people or the places in the Gulf of Mexico. The purpose of this article and video supplement is to give the viewer a peek into the world of becoming and being a Gomer. Stay tuned for future video installments of this topic where we'll talk about training, base living, the aircraft, maintenance, flight following, and flying in the Gulf of Mexico.